Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Mourinho Challenge. And we've got a new club. Yes, it's Arsenal, the team that knocked us out of the semi-final of the Champions League last season with Barca. We're back. We are, I mean, they've got a decent team. We've got the tactic all settled in. We're playing the 4-1-4-1. We'll certainly be using that this season as it's worked so well with us before. And we're just going to run through a few of the players before we go into a game when we get to the start of the season, just to show you what we have got here. So first is Jair Santana, a right winger, absolutely rapid, fantastic technicals, and I need to get his faces back. So one moment. There we go. We've got his face back then. So, yeah, what a player. I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic. He's come from Flamengo to Benfica and then obviously off to Arsenal. Worth a pretty penny as well. 42 minutes. What a deal that was for Benfica. But yeah, I mean, he's such a good player. And certainly someone I'm excited to use. Josep Villa is another one. He is currently injured for 3 to 5 weeks, but hopefully that won't hinder him too much as, again, absolutely rapid. Playing on that left-hand side could be a complete danger, man, for us here. 6.5 million from Girona is what a signing that is as well. Not bad at all. Eric Bautista is another one, 6'4", central midfielder, who again is going to be incredible for us. Playing in that box-to-box role, he's just going to be able to do bits. Look at this. So good. Work rate is brilliant. Tackling technique. I mean, I think we're going to be undefeatable. I have to say, we're just going to be so good. Alan Ramsden is another one at left back. He is officially a left back, which is something we don't always tend to use in this formation. But again, he looks very good. Again, very quick. We've also got the likes of Martin Satriano, who I need to get a face for. But the Uruguayan, again, looks very solid in there. Played for Inter, PSG, Newcastle over 140 times. So very good. A couple of the names that you might recognise. We've obviously still got Bakayo Saka, who again looks solid. Could play left back if needed. We probably won't. We'll probably play him a bit further forward, but if needs must, you know. Mason Mount's another player that actually plays for them. Again, a player that can play in a lot of positions that we need, which is great. Then we've got Dea Upamecano. Once again, looking very good. A solid centre half. Can't go too wrong with him. Very experienced at 35 years old. Dane Scarlett's another one. A striker that's probably a backup striker for this team, which says quite a lot, because he's quite good. But the former Tottenham and West Ham man there. Then we've also got Gavi, who's a former Barca man. Over 200 appearances for Arsenal. And he looks pretty good as well. Aaron Ramsdale's in the side. Tomiyasu as well. So there's Adil Ochiche. Jadon Sancho as well, of course. I forgot about him being in there. But yeah, there's a few players in there that are very good. And a few we know, so it'd be good to see them and how they get on. But with that said, what we will do is we'll jump straight to the Euro Super Cup and play that in this game. Why not? Let's try and win a trophy in our first competitive game at the club. Does that mean, did Arsenal win the Champions League? They must have done, right? Yeah, they did. Wow, okay. So we've gone... Cool. We've gone to the European Champions. Let's see if we can retain that and maybe even win the league with them. So we'll jump ahead to the Chelsea game in just a sec. And we are here, ready for the European Super Cup against Chelsea. So it's going to be a tough one. We've gone through a few stages of transfers as well. We've got through pre-season. You can see here, winning everything. We beat Bayern 4-0. I mean, hell of a result. And we only conceded 2 goals in the entire time. So we're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good at the moment. So let's take a look at some of the transfers we have made. You'll be able to see there are a couple of Barca friends we might have brought in. But first off, we will take a look at the outgoings. With the outgoings, we've looked at trying to move players on that aren't going to get into the side, reducing the size of the squad, as well as making a bit of money. So Fabian Campbell is one that's left. He's a fullback that he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's a very good player, but we got a good bit of money for him. He isn't going to be starting for us. And I think we'd be happy with a backup player sitting in where he is. He's gone on to Inter Milan. He was a lot of wages, so I'm happy to move him on. Samuel Ricci has also left us to join Inter Milan. So, yep, again, bit of money for him. 33 years old. We've got centre midfielders that will be taking that spot. It's a lot of players playing for one position, so getting 25 million for him is great. Chris Jones is another one who's gone off to Wolves. Again, not quite to the standard we need as a striker. We've got plenty of players that can play there. Tomiyasu, he's gone back to our old club Barcelona for 3 million. Again, not going to play. I thought 35 years old, wages are very high. We might as well move him on at this point. No point keeping him around. Dick, which is just a great name. I was thinking about keeping him just for that. But again, he's not going to get to a point where he can play in the first team for us in the time we're here. So moved him on. And then we've got a few more academy players that we've moved on as well. Andanov and Carey left on freeze. Gwendabo, Papasvas, and Chaspani all leaving as well for 325 to 150k. So that's no problem. We have brought in 2 players though, spending 114 million, so a lot of money. Unai Vencedor is the first one. I thought bringing in someone who can play in that centre midfield role, knows exactly how to play there, as well as being able to play centre back if needed. I'm very happy with him. We brought him in last season to Barcelona. He performed well in the 29 games he played. And I think he's certainly a player worth bringing in. And the other one was just to get another absolutely rock-solid centre-half. Matthias Elkjær is that player. He can play in that position. Absolutely no problem at all at centre-back. We brought him into Barcelona when we were first there in the first season. We've seen him get to this stage. And bringing him in, I think, is just an absolutely worthwhile signing. So we've got a lot of players still in the squad. It's still a big squad, which is good. And like I say, today we could get our first trophy at Arsenal already. With that said, we will quickly bring in the players with the faces, and then we'll get straight into the game. Ta-da! And there they are. So this is the lineup we will be going for. It's Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Paredes playing at right back in that inverted wing back role. Upamecano and Elkjær, new signing obviously, playing centre half with him. And Ramsden playing at left back. We've got Vencedor playing in the box-to-box midfielder role, which he's played before and can absolutely do. Jair Santana on the right-hand side. Eric Bautista and Mason Mount in the middle, with Ernest Puku on the left. And then up top, we've got Satriano, hopefully to bang in the goals. With that, we've got a few players on the bench. There are a few players out injured. Some of our better players, some of our better strikers as well, out injured. So we're hoping Satriano can kind of do the business today. But Orozco, Gavi, Auchiche, Hayes, Sancho, and Benavides all on the bench, ready to come on if needed. Hopefully they won't be needed. We'll get straight into today's game. It's obviously going to be a bit of a tough one. It's our first competitive game at the club. We'll just hand over the team talk because I'll just send assistant. I didn't set that up. But yeah, I think pre-season's looked good. We're taking on Chelsea, who I know are a good side, but they've already lost this season already. Mukoko, who we brought in previously, they've got a good, strong side there. But I think we've got the ability to beat that. We'll have to see, though, as we get started in the game. Ramsden taking the throw in, playing it back to Elkjær, who will look to come forward now. We know he likes to drive with the ball. Mason Mount into Ramsden. Elkjær again, Upamecano, then Elkjær, keeping the ball very nicely. Classic Arsenal, old school Arsenal, loving to keep the ball. As the ball goes over the top to Satriano, we found that space in behind. Satriano does have to cut it back, but it's a tackle by Jay, who we actually had at Barcelona on loan for a little bit in the save before he made the move to Chelsea from Flamengo, as we were looking at buying him. Couldn't afford him in the end, as we didn't deem it worthwhile. But it looks like Satriano's got him on strings as he gets put through, and it is 1-0. A first goal of the season for Satriano. Our first goal in a competitive match for Arsenal. What a great start as well. 5 minutes in, we could already be bringing in a trophy this season, which would be very, very nice indeed. I'm not going to complain if we do win this one. European Super Cup would be great to have. Paredes plays it inside. Ramsden now receives the ball in the centre of the park. He finds Bautista, who's going to go the long way round. He's a big, strong guy, and he's able to play it back to Santana, whose strike is at the goalkeeper in the end, or at the near post anyway, not causing him too much issues. But Santana will take the corner as well. He's going to whip this one in. Does find someone, but it ends up being Havertz who's the one that heads it away. 10 minutes in, we are absolutely running the show until this point where James takes the throw in. They're going to look inside to Ilo Mariba, finds Havertz, who's got a bit of time there. But pressure is being placed on Chelsea. It's a good challenge. Can Mount win that? He can't, as it's played wide to Reece James, who has come forward from fullback, cuts it across to Moukoko. A good challenge by Upamecano, but it's played back, and Daniel Lawrence smashes it in from just a couple of yards out. I mean, that's not a great goal to concede. It's 1-0 now in the first 13 minutes. I mean, what a game we're going to have on our hands if it carries on like this. Mount should have probably done better against his old side there, winning that header. But it's a decent ball originally. Moukoko isn't able to get a strike off. Upamecano does well to win the challenge, but no one is marking Lawrence. And it's 1-1 now. But, I mean, we've got to highlight straight away just to see if we can get back in this. Ramsden coming inside, receiving the ball, which we know we need him to do. Satriano looking to come forward. He cuts it back to Ramsden. He plays it forward to Bautista, who's through on goal. What a save that is. I mean, I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I think we've made a challenge and it's fallen to Diaz, but it was a save that needed to be made. It was almost a fantastic response to going and conceding that goal to level things. Let's just hope that continues. But it does look to be Luca Romero taking the corner for Chelsea. Header at the near post. And Bastoni scored. There you go. Not what we want. We nearly responded really well initially to the goal. But it's not long after it where we've actually conceded. Only 10 minutes before we've conceded a header from a corner at the near post, which isn't good. We shouldn't be conceding that. But hey, it happens. We're going to have to respond now with Santana taking a free kick. It's whipped in. Elche with the header, and he's just hit the bar and it's gone over. It's a goal kick for Chelsea, but that's a good opportunity for us to get a goal to take the lead. But can we get something from this? Can we nick it high up the pitch and force them as we have there? I mean, I don't know what he was trying to do, Mariba, but he's played it straight into Satriano, who couldn't quite capitalise, which he probably should have done. But it's a corner. Santana to take it. He whips this into the back post. We've gone up. It's cleared though, and we do manage to reset things. Well, they managed to reset things. We didn't want it reset at this stage. But 2-1 down, going into half-time. I mean, it's not the ideal start to a competitive game, and it would be nice to get this trophy on board. So we're going to have a look at what we've got in our hands. I think as the season goes on, we'll have more and more opportunities. But at this stage, we're a little bit limited with who we can bring on. So we'll bring on Jadon Sancho for Ernest Poku. Just change it up on that left-hand side a little bit. And, I mean, Mason Mount's been poor as well. So we will bring Gavi on in that attacking advanced playmaker role just to see if he can do anything. We've got another change if we need it. We'll hand over the Team Talks again because I'm bad at Team Talks. I don't like talking to people. That's why I play Football Manager. So, that's why I do that. But there's Luca into Moukoko, who's going to look to take on Elche. Can he kind of slow him down? He's played with him before. Hopefully he does manage to initially as James receives that. Then into Mando. Then across to Kai Havertz, who's still at the club after over 10 years, 13 years, I think it is now. It must have been at the club. But there, okay, Lawrence just hit the post after almost rounding the keeper. And I mean, we haven't dealt with that as the ball's come back across again. And Kai Havertz isn't able to get onto that. But we're breaking on this really well. Satriano looking to go through on goal. He's forced away from goal as by Bastoni and is fouled in the end. So he's done really well there to actually get something out of that, considering we almost conceded as they struck the post. But a ball in, Upamecano goes up. It's got to be going on target. I mean, we really, really need to be making the most of these efforts now. We've had 5 on target, 9 shots in total, matching them on that front. But we've had more on target. We've had those opportunities. We've just not I mean, either Diaz is having a worldie or we're just not putting it in the corners, which is just as likely. But with half an hour to go, we've still got time. We've still got the ability to get back in this and win this game. So we have scheduled in a little bit of a change because we're a little concerned with an injury. But we are coming forward here with 20 minutes to go. Ramsden receives it inside. Is he going to be able to cut this ball across on his left foot? Gavi's there. Back to Sancho. Then there it is. Eric Bautista with the strike. And we are back on level terms. 15 minutes to go, or 18 minutes. And we are back level at 2-2. I mean, that was very good football. We kept the ball really, really well coming forward down this left-hand side. Jadon Sancho, who's one of the boys that has come onto the pitch. Ramsden cutting it back as well to Gavi. And Sancho was, again, able to play it across for Bautista just to tuck it away. We have moved, like I say, moved things around a little bit. We will make that change. Satriano has picked up a little bit of an injury. So what we've decided to do is change it round to dropping someone in, because we don't have another striker. Outche will come in as a shadow striker as well in that attacking midfield role as the ball's played forward. But Bautista gets there. Vencedor, he's challenged by Havertz. And again, we lose out as we're not able to get the ball forward. Maybe it's because I've taken a striker off, so we've not got any options to kind of clear the ball to when we're in this position where we're being pressed high. But Eli Mariba has just been played the ball all the way back to the keeper. Santana, though, able to win the header, but it falls straight to Mariba again. Mukoko into Luca, who's going to cut it back to Mando, who plays it through to Mukoko, and it's a good save by Ramsdale to palm that away from the goal. Michael Gill coming off. Alphonso Davies coming off, sorry. Michael Gill coming on for Chelsea, ready for this corner. Luca Romero about to take this one as well. Whips that into the back post. It is Mukoko that goes up, but it goes straight out. Oh no, it looks like a free kick. He must have pushed him in the back or something. But only a few minutes to go now. Under 10 minutes to go. Could we nab something before the end of the game? Or are we going to have to try and settle with a draw and go into the added time? Santana coming down this right hand side. There's plenty of players in there. He's not able to get that ball across. It would have been a prime opportunity for us to get a goal. There was about 4 players in the box if he could get that across, but it was blocked well. And Paredes now receives that. It played over the top to Gavi, who's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he get a shot away? He does. He knocks it effectively round the keeper, poking it home. What a lovely, lovely finish. 3-2 in the end. Well, I say in the end. We've still got 8, 6, 7 minutes to go. 8, 6, 7. Christ, that took me a while to get there. But we're looking very, very good now. We're looking more and more on top of the game. We might look to maybe even drop one of the midfielders back slightly, just to maybe shore things up. We'll do that with Bautista. He can drop in and sit next to Vencedor. We could play him as a ball winner as well, just to maybe shore things up in the midfield in there. So we've got a 4-2-4 in the squad. But there you go. A 3-2 win for Arsenal. Our debut game in the competitive match was in a trophy, Europa Super Cup, or European Super Cup, I should say. And what a win it was. I mean, look at that hair. I think that's Paredes. I mean, he looks nothing like his picture, but that mohawk is just divine. So with that said, and with the trophy being lifted, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.